practice session.
Yeah, sure, Praveen.
Okay, fine then. Let's resume with our field creation. Then we will move to the relationships and field dependencies. So yesterday, so we have created one formula field in which we were able to find the age of a particular record, right? When was it created? How old? How many days old that particular field is? Now let's create one more formula field, uh, excuse me, of return type number. So I'm creating an account. I have selected formula. Now we will navigate first because we have already gone through what are the available options, right? So an account, I want to let's say what else we have? Okay, let's say we want to calculate annual tax. Okay, and the return type should be number. Okay, since it's annual tax will be calculated on amount, we can have currency also. If we select currency, we will have the currency symbol before the numeric value. And I don't want to have decimal. I'll select next. So if at all we are creating any numeric or currency field, we have to make ensure that particular object is having numeric field or currency field in it. So in account, there will be uh, yes, annual revenue currency field. So I want to insert this. Let's say we were uh, treating 10% as the annual revenue, and our formula should be into 10 divided by 100, and let's check the syntax. Okay, no syntax error. I want to treat blank fields as blanks. Next. Next. I want to make this present on all the account layouts, and I will save it. Let's go to record. I'm opening any of one of the record and go to details. Okay. It shows annual tax over here. So if I want to check whether it is working fine or not, I will give 100. It is giving 10%, right? Give 1000, it should be 100. Yeah, annual tax. It is calculating 10%. Ideally, this will not be the case, but this is
Yeah.
how we use the formula fields for numeric values. So similarly, there are different Methods we can use for date as well, for text, time also. Like the return type can be set to everything, and we have multiple functions out there, right? You can explore this and come with the questions
Okay.
which you have. Yeah, and the other data types we have are checkbox. This will be simple checkbox like I will create only the ones which were, really like a bit complex, not straightforward. But this checkbox and all right, I don't think I have any checkbox field present in my account layout for now. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, let's create it. Let's create a checkbox field. I want to, you know, make sure that whether this account is active or not. So by default, it will be unchecked. So there is a field with active already present in my account. That's why I'm making it active account. Try to place it in the layout and save. I'm refreshing my account page. Okay. There is a pick list field already present for account active or not. That's fine, but we have created the checkbox. It didn't refresh. I don't know, last 2 days, Salesforce
Mm.
is behaving weirdly. If you guys, were doing hands on, you will understand. Even in my project also, I'm not able to create the reports. It's taking too long to load.
Okay.
I need to log out and log in
Yeah,
to
that's
do.
what I also did.
Yes, even it's taking more time to load lightning pages.
Mm.
We have created with the active account. Even hard refresh, it's not working. Yeah, ideally, what are the fields we created, right? It will come to the last, if it will happen in the last place only. If, after annual tax, it will come just above the billing address and below the annual tax. It should be, but still it's not coming. Let me sign out and sign in. Let's check whether we have done something wrong or so page layouts, lots edited by 7th. So all the page layouts were last edited by 7th. So my new
Okay.
active account field was updated in all these accounts. Right. Salesforce problem again. Active account. So if we want to set it true, we have to check this and save it. Okay. And so we create a checkbox. And let's go like there are other fields like for currency. Uh, okay, let me show the currency field because we have already created annual tax. So let me put annual revenue. Then it will pop up the annual tax. Put in 10,000. If you see here, the currency symbol is popping up, right? For the currency fields, this is just like
Right.
a number field, but with the default currency set in the R, it will display the currency symbol as well for currency. And for date, this will display only the date. Like it will show a calendar from which we can select the date. This will be with the timestamp. And you can, practice creating this date and date time and come back with questions if we have any. If not, we are good. And email, this will, let's create this email because this is not a regular data type, right? Which will
Okay.
be present in our programming languages.
Correct. We have like string and
Right.
array.
Email. Okay, let's make it email only because on account email will not be present. And next. Next. Save. When we create email, it will check for the email format. So it is really causing problem. Let's go to details. Let me navigate to any other account and see whether it gets refreshed or not because it's ideally just on one refresh it should reflect, but I don't know. I think I will raise a ticket with Salesforce because it's causing problem in our training as well as in my project also. For my reports, I'm putting multiple filters and it's taking too long to load. Sometimes the session is also getting ended. I'm ended up, spending more time in doing the small task. Still, it is not coming. We cannot log in and log out and log in each time we create a feed, right?
Right.
We try one more time. If not, yeah, I can showcase all at a time. Like I will just create the fields for now, and
Yeah.
yeah, I will sign out and sign in. Okay, we have created email, and we will see how the email works. So we have created email, which will be testing for the email format. So in the email field, if we enter any text like in any city name or any username, it will throw error. It will be expecting in a proper email format. Name at the rate some
Right.
email server .com, like email entity name and .com. It will be expecting in that particular format. And this geolocation, honestly, I have never used my all my career. This will be capturing, longitude and latitude, which will be helpful in
Okay.
identifying the location. So when we are working with maps, we can, make use of this geolocation.
Okay.
But most of the projects I have worked are either, university,
Mm-hmm.
primarily sales and healthcare domain. And number
Okay.
is for number. Percentage, it will just like the currency, it will have the percentage symbol before the numeric value. And phone is of type number only, but it will expect in a number format. Like we cannot enter any text over here. Pick list, let's create this. So why, like when do we really need pick list? Because we have text, right? In text also user can enter the data. But pick list is very effective in terms of controlling the data entered by user, because
Mm-hmm.
I have come up with many cases, like when the user have the text field, so the data is
Mm-hmm.
very inconsistent. So if they want to enter USA, some people will enter US, and some people will be entering United States, and data will be very inconsistent when we are doing reporting, right, based on country. It is very
Right.
difficult for us to identify, so we have to again do the analysis and clean up the data, updating with the new records. It is really challenging because the real-time data will be very huge, and we end up analyzing the data only just for our reports. It's very tough job, and we manually doing it. We also end up missing something, right?
Right. Right.
And the reports will also not accurate. Like when we put filters based on country, it will not up to the mark. Like we will be getting the half metrics only. So now I want to create a pick list. So if you see here, there are two values we have. Enter values with each value separated by new line. That means it will allow us to enter the values separated by new line. And what is it showing? Use global pick list values. So like when do we go with the global pick list values? Let's say there is a certain set of values which will be used across different objects, right? Then I don't need to create the same pick list values, like manually entering the values, right? I might have 50 or 60 values, pick list values. I will not manually create them because it is reusable. The same set of values should be available to the other objects as well. Then I will be creating a global pick list value. Let's first create values and entered manually, then we can go with a global pick list value.
Okay.
So I want to create sorry, not country, state. State Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, no, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Okay. And if you see here, the values like the checkbox checkbox content is somewhat different here. This particular value, what it says, restrict picklist values to the values defined in the value set. That means the values entered by user of must be of the values which I have defined in my pick list only. Let me create this first. Okay. And I will be restricting these values. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, next. If you see here, we have a previous option which will navigate to the previous page and save and new. I was deliberately selecting save so that after clicking on save, it will again go to the fields and relationship. If I click save and new, it will again open new
Right.
field creation page so that I don't need to, navigate again to the fields and select there. So that is, opened the fields and relationship page. I want to refresh and show how this quick list value will be there. Details. Log out and log in. Edit on account object. Okay, yeah, no, it is there. So let's check the email field also. So I just want to save hello. So it's throwing error, right? So text will not be accepted here. Test at the rate. Still it's throwing error. Gmail.com. No, it's getting saved, right? So when we create email, if we want to capture email in the object, we can go with the email only because most of the fresher will be creating a text data type, which will be really confusing to the users, and also they will be ending up giving the wrong information. It should be in a proper email format. And now let's go to
Yeah.
the state. It says, yeah, I have AP Telangana and I will select AP now. Since we have restricted values from the values defined, right? It's showing four
Mhm.
values. I will select, yeah, record got saved. If you see here, state is AP now. Let me go here. I want to change the field value. Not field value. I want to uncheck the restrict values from the fields defined. Okay.
Okay.
It's also throwing a warning message. User can add extra values to the records having that pick list. So I want to uncheck this and save it. So now our assumption will be users can enter the values which were not defined over here also, right?
Mhm.
Let's go to account record. Details. State. Still, I could see only these four values.
Mm.
I have unchecked, show values, like enter the values from the list I have defined, right? Still, it's showing only these four values. So how will I, input additional value to this particular field? This particular checkbox will control only the fields. Where is it? um, Okay, that will be present only in this mode. Okay. The reason why I have unchecked this is this if I uncheck this, right, even user cannot manually have the additional values apart from the set which I have defined. So what is the other option? So when we update the data or insert the data from any spreadsheet using data loader, there are uh, data loading and import tools available in Salesforce. Like for data loading, we'll use data loader. If you want to insert a new set of records using data loader, and let's assume that the file is having different state values. If we want to insert that, then we have to uncheck this and post insertion or updation of data. Again, we have to make this to restricted so that we will ensure that the data is entered to the system is known to us, right? So whenever we have any such scenario, we will be doing that. We will uncheck that option. This one, restrict quick list values to the defined value in the set. We will upload the data, then we will again make the changes accordingly. If this is checked during our data load, and if the file have other than these values, it will throw an error. We cannot do that. Clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I want to create one more pick list. City. Okay. For city, let's make use of the global pick list value set. So for that, we have to navigate to the setup and search for pick list. Here it says pick list value sets. I'm navigating to there and I want to create new value sets. And I will name it as city. And what are the states we have defined? Andhra Pradesh, right? So I will give Vizag, Vijayawada, Tirchi, and we have Kerala as well, right?
Yeah. Trivandrum.
Yeah, Trivandrum. And we have given, I think, yeah, I have given only South. Yeah, fine. So these are the values I want to create. And if we want to display these values alphabetically, we can check this. If not, if we want to have this particular order, the way we entered, we will have as is. We will leave as is. If we want to set any default value, we can set. Here it
Okay.
says use first value as default. I don't want to have that. So I will create this set first. And I saved it. Now, if I navigate to Object Manager and try to create, pick list value from global set, it should show me that particular option. Let's see whether it shows or we need to refresh again. A pick list. So when we want to have a reusable set, we will create global. Yeah, we got it. So I'm earlier we don't have any global pick list value set. It displayed none. Since we have created one, it's showing the city now. So here, yeah, fine. Go to next. Next. Save new. Fine, we have created one more. It's really problematic, yeah. Because I want to showcase the field dependency as well.
Mm.
I better I will raise a ticket after our session only. This is very rare instance. Like the problem is very
Mm.
repeated, right? This is the
Yep.
first time. Like ideally, it will be 1 or 2 times, but it is continuous from last 4 to 5 days. Generally,
Mm.
Salesforce will be releasing the updates thrice a year. So
Mm.
they will be giving some. There are some pending items which will be requested by the user in the Salesforce portal, like by the business users as well as the license users, and some will be
Mm.
by the users who are not really partners of Salesforce also. They will be taking
Okay.
care of the request by them and also the additional upgrades which generally any application will have, right? They will be releasing that. It will be like a new feature altogether or any enhancement to the existing component. So yeah, our city pop up. So I want to see now. If I select Andhra Pradesh, it is showing me all the values, right? But
Right.
Trivandrum to Andhra Pradesh is not making any sense. I don't want to see other cities belonging to other states. If I select Telangana, it's giving Vizag and Vijayawada also. So for this, we can create a field dependency.
Mm.
How it works is if I select Telangana, the cities related to Telangana only should pop up.
Right.
Oh, yes. Let's go here. Fields and relationship. There is a field dependency to the right side. Let me click there. I will be creating new dependencies. So I have selected new. And what is the controlling field? Is state, right? And the dependent field should be city. Continue. And it will open a dependency page from which we can select. So for Vizag, I want to select Vizag, sorry, Andhra Pradesh, Vizag and Vijayawada. Press Control and select the other option and
Mm.
click on include values. If you
Okay.
want to preview this, we can select this. Select AP, it's giving two values. If I select
Mm.
Telangana, no value is selected right now. That's why it's not
Right.
showing any values. But Telangana, I haven't given any value. That's my bad. Tamil Nadu. Trichy is from Tamil Nadu, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. I will include that from Kerala, Trivandrum. So I will include that as well. So for now, we have not set up any value to Telangana. So let's save it. The field dependency is set up. But in real time scenario, we will end up having multiple values. Like, I have worked close to 150 dependent, field values. So that we have created the controlling field and the values dependent field should be present based on the value selected, right? Again, customer comes up with, more number of at
Mm.
least values like 30 or 45. Now, if I choose AP, still.
Appreciation.
Yeah, it's not getting refreshed. We will see, like, we will create
Yeah.
other different fields and we will check. Let's park it that for a while. So we have done with all this, right? 0%, yeah. Multi-pick list. This is also a different pick list, which will be available in Salesforce. Like user will have the privilege of selecting multiple values. Right now, we were able to select only one value from the drop down, right? So we will ensure the user will be selecting two values.
Okay.
For this, multiplication use case. Okay. Okay, let me name it as category. Uh, Finance, healthcare, mhm, automobile industry, IT sector. Right. So also we can choose how many lines should be visible. Now I will select two so that it will show only two and we have to scroll down to see the other options. Next. Okay. So the number of visible lines must be greater than 3. So let's give 3 only. It says greater than or equal to 3, right? I have set it to 3. Next. Save and new. Let's check how the dependent pick list and as well as the multi-select pick list works. Go to any account record. Okay. If I select Andhra Pradesh, it will show only the values which I have defined for Andhra Pradesh. For Telangana, it will be none because we don't have any value defined for Telangana. So it will not display any value. There are some cases in which for particular values we don't want to have dependency. So we can leave as is. No value selected for the city for Telangana. In Tamil Nadu, only Tichi. This is how it works. And if we save, this record will get saved. Okay, category is coming down to description. So this is how the multi-select picklist value will be visible during the record creation. If you want to select one value, you can highlight this and move over here. If you want to select two, we can select two as well. Select all and move to the right. For removing this, we can do like this. So the reason why I am, creating each data type record and showing is like most of the students will not, they will park it forever. Like they want to, do 2 days class at a time or
Okay.
something comes up. Since you guys were real, uh, like senior associates, right? Like working in organization with the family time, nobody will put enough time to do this. But at least one time showcasing this will make some impact.
Yeah.
Since these are the basic things, right? That's why I'm creating the important fields and showcasing this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure.
So save it. The values will be saved. And This is how it is displaying for category, all the three values.
Okay.
Now let's navigate to the data types. What else we have? We have covered the multi-pick list. Text is one data type which we will be using most of the times because it accumulates numbers as well as text, right? Because in many of the projects, the during our initial conversation, for most of the fields, client will not give the expected values, like so we end up creating text values for most of the cases because we can have alphanumeric values as well, right? So that is where we make best use of the text field. So if you see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of text fields. Let's understand each of it. I will not create it. I want you guys to create it and come up with the differences. So text area for text, right? It will be the length, maximum length will be 25. So we will be using this for any name of any name of the individual or something like that, like company name, name of individual, the if the value of for capturing any value of a city, state, the products, we will end up creating with the text data type. So text area have you know a better limit in terms of characters. It's 255 characters. Also, it will that data will be present in different lines. In text, it will be only one line. So what are the text fields we have? Account, yeah, silver. This is pick list. Yes, account side. This is standard, but yeah, if we want to put any value, it will be in one line only. So since there are no text area, I cannot show in a different line, but I want you to try this. Okay, you guys to try this. For text area, the
Okay.
limit is up to 255 characters, and also we can have in a separate lines. Here they're not display like in the description, they haven't displayed like letters and numbers, but all the text will support text and
Okay.
numbers.
Text. And
Yeah,
mm,
this is in the same order. Like what is the option provided here? It will be present in this particular text area. In text area long, it covers these two and as well as this particular description. Text area long is only the length of the characters only. It has maximum limitation 1,31,072, right? With the separate lines. And text area rich, this using this we can have hyperlinks, images. We can have a format text like we do have in our emails, right? G Suite or
mm,
yeah, we will have a different font style, bold, underline, all the options. Formatting of text also will be present if we choose text area rich. Text encrypted. So the data entered by the user will be encrypted. And even I have not used this particular data type till date, but
mm.
Salesforce provides this. If we want to encrypt the data, if we want to present the data in the layout and don't want a user to understand, we can go with the text encrypted. Time is just time only because we already have a date, separate data type, and date with a timestamp, and this will capture only the time. And the
Okay.
other one is URL data type, in which we can give the web addresses like google.com, facebook.com, gmail.com. So this is also checks the format of the text entered in the URL. If this URL is not present, email is not present, right? It will be again a custom thing for us. So let's assume this email data type is not present and URL is not present. What we will do? We will just create a text and we will do some automation customization based on this text type, right? We will be creating the formulas or validations rule to ensure the data entered by user might be matching to the email format and URL format. We can do that using validations also, but since we already have no need of that additional effort also, right? Salesforce provides these two data types as well. And coming to the important topic, the relationship types of relationships we have. Okay, so we have missed roll-up summary, which I will discuss
Okay.
in lookup. Sorry, in object relationships.
Okay.
So we have three pending: roll-up summary and lookups. Sorry, relationships. So what are relationships? We already discussed, right? For any relational database system, we should have relation to the each and every object in order to
Right.
have better view of the data, and also we can fetch the data from the when we are viewing the data, it should have relationship, right? Like let's say without relationship, if I maintain uh, my order details, sales details separately and the account details separately, how will I identify for which particular account this revenue got generated and what are the products that particular account bought
Right.
from us, from my particular company. So it will be very difficult to identify and the data makes no sense also without any relationship. So we will maintain relationship to each and every object in order to make the workflow of the data in the system to be consistent and making sense to the real-time scenario. So
Okay.
now we have lookup relationship and sorry, and where is the master detail? One moment. Okay, I guess I have already exhausted my limitation for this. Let me navigate to different object. I will be I want to open some
So you
custom
can create only certain number of fields.
yes,
Mhm.
not fields. For master detail relationship, there is a limitation. We will cover that also.
Okay.
See here, I have master detail relationship available here. The reason being is there is a limitation setup. For lookup relationship, we can have maximum of 40 lookups created per object, not in entire R, per object,
Mm-mm.
and two master details per object. This limitation is because if we end up creating, like let's say we have, there is no limitation set up by Salesforce. So we are creating multiple master lookups. So all these were overhead to the Salesforce server, right? Because we are working in a multi-tenant system. It is
Right.
not only us utilizing the Salesforce, the other users who have purchased the license also using it. This is one of the limitations set by Salesforce. Okay. If at all,
Mm-hmm.
like my business really needs more than two master detail on one particular object, what do I do? I need to reach out to the Salesforce support and they will be, charging
Okay.
They will be charging based on the additional master detail which I want to have. Like it will be like a you know upgrade of license.
Okay.
There are different set of license uh, in which it will be controlled, like the apex related limitations will be controlled over there. And when I say apex related, the retrieval of records, updation of records, everything, for everything there is a limitation set by Salesforce. These are all called the governor limits, right, which we have already discussed. So if we want to upgrade, we need to reach out to the customer support and ask for additional components which we wish to have. It will be a
Okay.
chargeable thing. Yeah. So let's talk about lookup. Before creating it, what is lookup? Lookup relationship creates a relationship to the other object. It is loosely coupled. When I say loosely coupled, let's say I have created a relationship from object A to object B. If I create a record from object A, it will not have any impact to the object B record also. So when I delete
Okay.
object B record, it will not have any impact to the object A. So it's loosely coupled, no dependency at all. So lookup relationship will not have roll-up summary. Roll-up summaries are only available to master detail.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and roll-up summary is disabled here because there is no master detail created over here, right? That's why this is disabled. Roll-up summary will come into picture when we set up a master detail relationship. Okay, and this roll-up summary will be available on the master object. We
Okay.
will discuss it in detail. Uh, yeah, and for the lookup relationship, right? This fields were not mandatory. Like the child record is not mandatory, and standard object can be on the detail side. When I say detail side, if you see here, I'm creating. If we create from here, right, demo parent, and I click on next, it will ask to choose a related object, right? And this cannot be a standard object because whenever we create any relationships, we will create from the child object only, not from the parent object. So that is why I have labeled this as a demo parent. So in order to showcase that master detail relationship, if I give this labeling, it will be very useful for easy to understand. Let's create a new object with the label demo child. Then we can create, yes, the relationships. Next, okay, demo childs. So now, as I said, for any object relationship, we will be creating from the child object only. So I want to create a new lookup. Look, I'm selecting the lookup data type. Next. So whatever the object we are selecting here, right? This will be the parent. Okay. Demo parent. Next. So here it shows child relationship name. On the parent object, the child lookup label will be demo childs. Okay. And if you want to have any filters, we can create it. Like when I say lookup filters, if we want to display this lookup filter based on any condition, we will be selecting this. In general, we will not create lookup filters. Like there won't be any use cases, in real-time scenarios, but there is an option. If we want to enable this lookup only on the conditions defined over here, like we can set the values like if the user profile is Salesforce admin or sales executive, right? We can copy the profile name and paste it over here. Then it will display only if I log in with this particular profile, which I don't want to. I'm clearing this. Next. I'm setting it to all profiles. The related list, it will have demo childs in the parent. So I want to save a new. Since demo child have no other fields, I will be creating one text
Okay.
field. I want to label it as description, and length will be 25. Save. So now let me go to demo parent. I will be creating new record. Yeah. Let me sign out and sign in. It's not showing the changes. Demo child is already created. Demo parents is there, demo objects is there, why it's not showing demo child? This is really bad. Even after signing out and signing in, it's not showing. One moment. I want to refresh this again. Right. If you see on the home page itself, it's showing the most recent activity. Demo child is created. Oh, it's opening in setup. I want to open it at record level. Oh, yes. Oh, no issue with the system. Like, can you
Okay.
guess what is the problem? Why we are not able to see the demo demo child here? We have covered this topic already. What is the other thing we have to do after creating any custom object in order to enter data? We have covered this in day 2.
Okay. Not sure.
Fine. A tab is missing.
Okay.
So I thought I have already created it.
But tab will automatically get created, right?
No.
Default tab.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
You have to
See?
say tab for everything, for every object.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when we create any object, right? And we will be like, let's say I have created object demo child and I will be using this for my customization. Okay. I don't want to the user to be, enter data from the layout. Then I will not create any tab because this will be used in my customization only. So when I say customization, this is not the right time to explain, but going forward, we will, the fields, whatever we created, right? We will not end up, putting that in the layout, like in the page layout. Like we will not make available in the layout. Some fields might be, useful in the background for calculation and automation. Similarly, the object. So if we want to input any data and we wish to present this particular custom field in the tab, we have to create a new tab for it. Without creating tab, it will not present in the layout. Yeah. So next. That is why for most of the objects, the button will be there, like launch tab button, right? Yeah, we can check that and it will navigate to tab so that we will not forget it. Now, if I refresh this, yeah, demo channels. And also, if I go to homepage here, not this, go to Salesforce homepage. This is my sales application, okay? If you see here, all the objects were present over here and not the custom objects which okay, all the custom objects which I created also present over here. What if I want to remove these objects from here? We will and like I want to you guys to do some research on it and let me know, like if I want to remove any tabs from the application. Okay.
Okay.
For example, I don't want to have the custom objects which I created here not to be present in the sales application.
Okay.
How do we do that? Like
Okay.
adding or removing tabs from any specific application. Okay, I'll do it and let
Okay.
me know tomorrow. So now we can enter data in demo child. Since I have created only one field, I will have only one is the description. Yes. So how the relationship works? So when I'm creating the demo child, it's asking me to put a name. Why it's asking me to put a name? I have created only description custom field, right? This is the standard field which will be coming when we create any custom object, right? For the demo parent we have created auto number. For this we have choose as a text. That's why it's asking to give a name. So I will give demo 1 as a name for this, and description will be testing lookup. So I have created lookup to parent, right? So this will be a lookup field. So from which I can have a privilege of selecting the data from the parent object. And when I click save, it will be saved like this. Parent will be a hyperlink. When I open this in a new tab, it will open a parent record, right? Let me create one more
Yeah.
child record. Demo 2 testing lookup. This is not required because I have not made it mandatory. A record can be saved without giving this also. And this parent is also not mandatory, right? If we wish to make this mandatory, we can make it at the object level. So we have created demo parent as a lookup, right? Go to edit. Always require a value in this field in order to save a record. Save. And also you can see we have a change field type also. That means after creating the fields, like there are some cases I might end up creating a wrong data type field, and during that cases we can always open that field and change the data type to different, but we have to ensure the data is not present in that, because if we have a pick list fields and if we want to change that to a email or date data type, it will not possible because the data will be lost, right?
Mm.
Now, yeah, let me refresh. So this record is already saved, created before making this demo name as mandatory. Now I cannot save this because just now we have made it mandatory, right? We have to, oh, sorry. Demo name missed. This is parent. We need to go to child here. I have made this demo parent as mandatory in child. Okay. See here, required field are missing. So in order to save it, we have to choose a demo parent and save it. Now I want to make this okay, I want to remove that as a mandatory.
Yeah.
And for the change field type, right? I want you guys to do some testing
Okay.
for this and come up with your observations or any questions, because there are multiple fields which we can change the data type to, right? We cannot cover everything. It will be like very basic session. Like if you come up with your observation, then it will be good. I can answer your questions. Then you'll understand the
Okay.
concept more better. So I'm parking two things. One is changing of data type. What is the other one?
The removing the
Yeah,
tab from the
tabs or
account.
object from the application.
Right.
Right. So I just remove this mandatory. So what are we going to test? So we have said it is loosely coupled, right? So as and when I create any child, it shouldn't impact parent record. Let's see how
Mm.
it works. So now so this demo 2 is mapped to this child record. Okay. Now I will be deleting this demo too, this complete record. Delete option, select delete, and I have deleted this. Oh, where are we trying to delete? Okay, it's a parent, right? No, no, no. Yeah, we have to delete the child. So let's go to demo childs. So this is associated with demo parent, right? Demo parents records were having. Yeah, my bad. Okay. So here the demo child will have lookup to parent because we have created lookup from child to parent, right? So it will have lookup over here in demo account. Demo 3 name, demo parent, one demo account. Let me check the layout. Just a second. So when I say loosely coupled, I want to remove this demo parent from child and save a record. So the point I want to highlight is we can have a child record without a parent because it is having a lookup relationship, right? But still we can create child records without entering the parent details, like even after the lookup. But the master detail will not work like that. So in order to have a child, the parent is must. This is the main difference between lookup relationship and as well as the master detail relationship. So we can, if at all we have a lookup to parent object, and if you want to create like delete this child record, we can do it. Even with the associated parent record, the child records can be deleted. And let's see how the master child master detail relationship works. The limitation for lookup relationship is 40 per object, and we will not have more than that like in any of the scenarios because it is on object level, right?
Mm-hmm.
In real-time scenarios we will end up having 12 or 10 lookup relationship. So let's go to demo child again, and I want to create a master detail relationship. Even the description is completely providing here. The field relationship is required in all detailed records. So if the relationship is set, it is by default mandatory. That is what it's stating. the ownership and sharing details of the records are determined by the master record. That means, let's say we have demo child and demo parent, right? So when we create a master relationship to a parent, the sharing rules of the child records will be taken from the parent only. Like whatever the sharing rules this parent object have, it will be inherited to the child records. Okay. So let's see what does it mean after creating it. When we delete a master detail, all the details also impacted. So here we just deleted one child, right? And let's try to delete a master demo one. So this demo one is mapped to demo parent one. So if I delete this demo parent one, there's no demo one parent. Let's check in the child. It will not get impacted. Demo child. Demo one is there, right? But whereas in master detail, if the parent gets deleted, automatically the child will also deleted. Like it will work as a cascade delete. When the parent is not available, child will not be present, right? Because it's inheriting the sharing rules from the parent. So now go to master detail. Create it to demo parent only. So as I said, we will be for any relationship, we will be creating from the child to parent. Since we already have a demo child lookup, it's showing demo childs. So if we want, we can make demo master lookup for our understanding. Click next. We already have a demo parent in parent object, right? That's why it's throwing an error. I have given field label as demo parent one. Save. If you look at here, it's stating that the master detail cannot be created if the records are already existing, because it is a limitation, right? This has to be created before the data being entered to the system. Why? Because there might be some cases in which the data might be like this. What I meant to say is, so we have a demo child without a parent, but as per the master detail relationship, can we have a child without a parent? No, right?
Child without a parent. No.
Yeah, child without a parent is not possible using master detail. So that is why it's throwing an error. Like if there is any existing data, it cannot track the data and check whether for every child parent is mapped or not, right? That is why if there is any data, it will simply throw error stating that master detail cannot be created if there is existing data. So in order to create that, we have to delete the records. Ideally, we will do this during the project initial phase, right? Nobody will be,
Mm.
doing it in the middle. That is why we will first build up the schema and all the relationships. Then we will start the project like, the real business comes and we will enter the data, be it manual or from the spreadsheets. Now I will be deleting all the records from both parent and child. Okay. Let's go to the previous page and start again. New. Okay. Demo, parent, master. It was also numeric. So there shouldn't be spaces between the label. Demo parent. Yes, save. Now let me refresh both the pages. Now I'm creating a parent record. Demo 3. I will give this as test 3. Save. And go to the child. Now here the demo parent, this demo parent is lookup. That is why this is not coming as a mandatory. So when we set up demo parent master detail, by default it became mandatory. So in order to have a child record, the parent should be like mandatory for any child record. So I'm selecting this. Why this parent is really required? Because the master detail works in such a way that no child records will be present without any parent. Just like
Mm.
in real time use cases, if there are uh, any orders for that, the child will be invoices, right? Particular order. Without order, there will there be any invoices?
No.
So like these are the use cases like for yeah, order management. This is one I can think of, and the other things were like for university program, we have student and the student details table will be a child. In the student details we will have roll number and their joining date and all. So the master will be student. So without student, the student details entry will not be present, right?
Mm.
So these are the cases in which we will create master detail relationship. So when I save, demo child, Create one more demo child. Demo for. If we don't want to choose this particular demo, we can create demo parent record here itself. So if you click on plus, it will open demo parent record page. Save. Yeah. So in the child, the demo parent is created and it is mapped, and we can click save. If you see here, this demo parent is not appearing in the layout, right? We're able to identify that.
Demo parent is blank.
No, this is lookup one. Wait, let me remove this. This is lookup, right? Not master. Master detail is. Let me change the layout. There. I want to remove this lookup from the layout. Want to save this.
Okay.
Now this also will be removed from the demo child. Refresh. Yeah. So now in the demo parent, let's open any of the record. No, I want to showcase this. I want to remove the parent and that cascading delete will happen to the child also, but let me log out and log in because this demo parent is not appearing over here. Now, yeah, we have. Now it's appearing, right? I don't know what's wrong with Salesforce. Earlier, it didn't show the master detail, and even the lookup which we have removed from the layout, it's still displaying. Now, if you see, this will be the parent, right? And we were not in a position to make any changes to the demo parent here, right? So let's demo 4 is the child. So let me remove this demo for a parent record. That record got deleted automatically. So cascading delete is happening.
Okay.
So the main point I want to highlight is the cascading delete will be present for master detail and it will be not present for lookup relationship. But the main challenge to the developer will be how to identify when to go for lookup and when to go for master detail. It purely depends on the use case, like what schema we want to define with. So for example, as I said, right, like for orders with invoices, the master case plays a key role. So definitely there shouldn't be any invoices before like without any order, right? And there shouldn't be any attendance details for student without student roll number. So these are the cases we will create a master detailed relationship. Apart from that, if we want to just maintain a relationship in order to maintain the data across the tables, we will go with the lookup.
Okay.
Any questions on these relationships?
I'll go through this and I'll ask you in tomorrow's class.
Fine. Yeah, definitely, this will be a bit confusing concept because primarily with the master detail only. So if you do hands-on, then only you will, come up with questions. Do that and we
Okay.
can connect tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be, moving to the other components. Like there is one thing pending, the roll-up summary is pending. After that, we are good with the field data types. Then we can move to the other topics.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
guys. We
Thank
can
you.
connect
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Praveen.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Praveen.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.